the last couple of years, hemp production became legal here in Texas, and so I think there's just a lot of unknowns for producers who might be interested in a new crop. And so while we felt like there was quite a bit of information out there, people doing research and looking at the different agronomic issues, we felt like we could really offer some good insight for folks by looking at the legal and economic considerations of hemp production. And so that's really what this program is focused on.
One of the questions I get a lot, obviously, is what are prices? You know, how much money am I going to make producing hemp? And I think what we're focusing on mostly in this program is how do you budget those outcomes for yourself? We've worked to develop some decision-making tools, and this program demonstrates those tools. And the real key here is, can you make hemp a profitable part of your overall crop mix? I think we all know now it's not necessarily going to be the agriculture changing commodity we thought it might be 3 or 4 years ago, but is there potential for it to be a profitable part of your overall crop mix? And those are the questions I get pretty frequently.
And then from the legal side, right, I think one of the big issues is there are just a lot of legal and regulatory issues involved with farming hemp that aren't involved with farming other products. Right, if I want to go plant corn, I just buy seed and plant corn.
Right.
But if I want to grow hemp, I actually have to jump through regulatory hoops with the Texas Department of Agriculture. There's a number of licenses that I have to get. There are reports that I'm going to have to file. There's testing that has to be done. And that's both at the state level where kind of the Texas regulations come into play. There's also some overarching USDA regulations that people need to be aware of. So there's just a lot of legal issues at play. We talk a lot about one way to protect yourself when you're looking at a market that's been as volatile as the hemp market is to make sure you've got a contract before you're even planting a crop. We have an entire section that really talks about contracting considerations, kind of some key terms to look for, some things that we've seen in contracts or sample contracts for hemp, and some real hemp specific considerations that you might not think about if you haven't been involved before.
Texas Industrial Hemp web page for AgriLife Extension. Our videos are hosted there, as well as a YouTube page, the economic and legal considerations of hemp. And the whole series is on both of those locations, and all you have to do is click and watch. It's a set of videos totaling about 3 hours, but they're broken into good bite-sized chunks that you can watch as you please. And so I think it's really easy to consume product as far as getting a little bit of education out of it.
Yeah, and the other request we have made, this is a project that was funded by the Southern Extension Risk Management Center, and the only way we were able to do this project was because of their funding. And so we've got an evaluation for anybody that watches any of the videos. You don't have to watch all 3 hours. If you want to pick 1 or 2 to watch, when you're done, there's a link to click for the evaluation, or we even have a QR code for the evaluation. If you'll it takes less than a minute to do the evaluation. That's really helpful for us and for our funder.
And it's not only valuable in the sense of letting us know how we performed in our job, it's valuable in letting us know the issues that you may be facing that we didn't cover, because there's plenty developing in this new market that we need to be aware of. And so issues that you're facing, that's where you can let us know or contact us, and we'd be happy to continue to address those issues as they arise.